There's a painful truth most men don't realize. Women never say exactly what they mean. You've been there, confused by mixed signals, wondering if her smile means something, trying to read between the lines. It's not your fault. Society hasn't taught you how to listen to what isn't spoken. But today, that changes. You're about to learn how to see through the veil, to decode the silent language of attraction that most men miss. And here's the kicker. Once you master this, you'll never look at women the same way again. If you're ready to unlock these secrets, drop a comment below and say, "I'm ready." You've been sold a lie. They told you women will outright tell you when they like you. They'll give you clear signs. They'll confess their feelings. But the reality is different. Women don't always speak with words. They communicate with subtlety, with signals most men overlook. Why? Because attraction for women isn't about what's said. It's about what's felt, what's observed, what's intuitively understood. And here's the best part. Once you understand these three undeniable signs, you'll see opportunities you never knew existed. But before we dive in, here's why this matters. Most men go through life frustrated, stuck in a loop of misreading situations. You're better than that. You deserve clarity, confidence, and connection. That starts right now. Watch to the end, because missing even one of these signs could mean letting the connection you want slip away. If you're ready, let's dive into the first sign. Number 1. The lingering glance. Eyes are the doorway to intention, and a woman's glance is rarely accidental. Men often underestimate the power of observation, failing to see the silent stories written in her eyes. But when you understand how to read her gaze, you unlock a hidden language most men will never speak. When she's drawn to you, her eyes will do the talking. And trust me, they never lie. A lingering glance is not just a look. It's a question, a message, a challenge. When a woman's eyes meet yours and hold for just a moment too long, she's testing your awareness. She's asking, "Are you strong enough to see me? Are you sharp enough to understand what I'm saying without words?" Most men fail this test. They avert their gaze, second-guess themselves, or brush it off as coincidence. You're not most men. You're here to rise above that noise. Let's be clear. A fleeting glance is different from a lingering one. The fleeting glance is accidental, a momentary look with no depth. A lingering glance, however, carries weight. It holds intention, curiosity, and sometimes even desire. Pay attention to the subtleties, the softness in her expression, the warmth in her eyes, the way her focus shifts back to you, again and again, even when she pretends not to notice. She's not just looking, she's evaluating. And the man who recognizes this stands out as a man who understands. Here's where most men get it wrong. They assume every look is the same. They either overreact, thinking every glance is a declaration of love, or they underreact, oblivious to the opportunity staring them in the face. The truth is in the balance. A lingering glance is an invitation, but it's not an open door. It's her way of saying, "I see you. Do you see me too?" Your job isn't to charge in like a fool or to ignore it altogether. Your job is to acknowledge it with calm confidence. The next time you notice her eyes lingering, don't look away. Don't second-guess yourself. Hold her gaze for a moment longer than feels natural, just long enough to let her know you've noticed. Then, break eye contact slowly, deliberately, and with a slight smile. This is your chance to show her you're confident, grounded, and in control of your emotions. Confidence in this moment isn't about arrogance. It's about presence. It's about showing her you're the kind of man who doesn't shy away from connection. But don't confuse confidence with neediness. Confidence says, "I see you, but I don't need you." It's a subtle yet powerful distinction that separates men who captivate from those who chase. A woman's lingering glance is most often a test of your composure. If you panic or overreact, you've failed. If you remain composed and curious, you've passed. Women respect men who stay steady in the face of ambiguity. Now let's address the fear most men won't admit. They're afraid of being wrong. They're terrified that holding her gaze will make them seem awkward or creepy. But that fear isn't about her, it's about you. It's about your insecurity, your lack of self-trust. If you don't trust yourself, why should she? The man who wins her attention isn't the one who second-guesses every move. It's the one who steps forward with quiet certainty. Imagine you're at a bar, and across the room, she looks at you. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Her gaze isn't casual. It lingers just a heartbeat longer each time. She's giving you a green light, but not the kind you see on the street. This green light is subtle, almost imperceptible. If you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. But you're not the kind of man who misses these moments. You notice, you act. You hold her gaze just long enough to let her know you're interested, but not desperate. Here's the biological truth. When someone is interested in you, their pupils dilate. This isn't a conscious choice. It's a reaction. Their body is telling you what their words won't. Pay attention to her eyes, not just where she's looking, but how. Are her pupils slightly larger than usual? Is there a softness in her expression, a warmth that wasn't there before? These are signs her attraction is real, and they're signs most men ignore. But the lingering glance isn't just about attraction, it's about vulnerability. When a woman holds your gaze, she's exposing a part of herself she normally keeps hidden. She's inviting you into her world, if only for a moment. This is a privilege, not a guarantee. Your response matters. If you dismiss it, you're telling her she was wrong to trust you. If you overreact, you're telling her you're not the man she thought you were. The right response is calm, measured, and intentional. Think about the last time a woman's gaze lingered on you. Did you notice? Did you acknowledge it? Or did you let the moment pass, lost in your own thoughts or insecurities? Most men will never admit it, but they let these moments slip through their fingers every day. You don't have to be that man. You can choose to see what others don't, to act where others hesitate. This isn't just about women, it's about the way you show up in the world, the way you notice opportunities, the way you respond to challenges, the way you carry yourself when no one else is watching. The lingering glance is more than a test of attraction. It's a mirror reflecting your own self-awareness. Are you the kind of man who sees what's in front of him, or the kind who walks through life blind to possibility? When you understand the power of this moment, you don't just connect with women, you connect with yourself. You become a man who notices, who acts, who seizes what others let slip away. Some men will hear this and dismiss it as trivial. They'll say, "It's just a look." But you know better. You know that in the smallest moments lie the greatest opportunities. A glance isn't just a glance. It's an opening, a chance to connect, to understand, to lead. And if you're the kind of man who values connection, you won't let these moments pass unnoticed. If this feels uncomfortable, good. Growth always is. If you're second-guessing yourself, that's a sign you're paying attention. Most men never get to this point. They live in ignorance, never understanding why they're overlooked, why they're frustrated, why they feel invisible. But you're not most men. You're here, learning, growing, becoming the kind of man who sees what others don't. And that starts with the lingering glance. Number 2, the subtle touch. Touch is primal, powerful, and ancient. It's a language we all speak, but so few understand. A woman's touch is never random. It's deliberate, intentional, and often far more revealing than anything she says. Most men are oblivious to this. They don't understand the significance of a casual brush of the hand or a soft nudge on the arm. They dismiss it as nothing, thinking, it's just friendly. But that touch wasn't casual, and it wasn't meaningless. It was a signal, a bold, silent declaration of interest that most men are blind to. You're not most men, and after this, you'll never miss those signals again. When a woman touches you, no matter how lightly, she's breaking a boundary. Think about it. Touch is sacred. It's the first sense we develop, and the one most closely tied to trust and safety. For her to reach out, even in the smallest way, means she's testing the waters. She's gauging your reaction. Will you notice? Will you welcome it? Or will you freeze and fail to see the gift she's offering? Make no mistake, her touch is a gift, and your ability to respond to it determines whether she'll offer it again. Imagine this. You're in a group setting, talking and laughing, and she lightly touches your forearm as she leans in to say something. Most men would shrug it off, thinking, she's just being polite. But that touch wasn't polite, it was intentional. In that moment, she wasn't touching anyone else in the room. She chose you. That touch is a bridge, a connection she's building with you brick by brick. And every time you fail to notice or respond, you're tearing that bridge down. Touch is a form of risk. For her, it's not just about attraction, it's about vulnerability. When she touches you, she's taking a chance, revealing a part of herself she's not sure you'll understand. Think about how rare that is in today's world, where people guard their personal space fiercely. Her touch isn't random. It's a decision, and it's one she's making because she feels safe with you. That safety is everything. It's the foundation of attraction, the cornerstone of connection. But don't make the mistake of overreacting. Most men, when they finally notice her touch, go too far. They cling to it, make a big deal out of it, or try to replicate it immediately. This kills the moment. A woman's touch is subtle for a reason. It's her way of saying, I'm opening the door. Will you walk through, or will you slam it shut? Your response should be calm, measured, and confident. Acknowledge it, but don't overplay it. If she touches your arm, let your hand rest lightly on hers for a moment before withdrawing. This reciprocity shows that you're aware, engaged, and comfortable. The power of touch goes beyond the physical. It's psychological. Studies have shown that even the lightest touch can create feelings of trust and connection. When she touches you, her body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This isn't something she can control. It's a natural response to closeness. And if you respond with warmth and understanding, you're reinforcing that bond. But if you ignore it, you're breaking it. Think about how touch operates in your own life. How often do you reach out to someone you don't trust? Rarely, if ever. Touch is reserved for those we feel drawn to, those we want to be closer to. When a woman touches you, she's not just saying, I like you. She's saying, I want to feel closer to you. That's a profound statement, one that goes far beyond words. It's an invitation to deepen the connection, to move beyond the surface. Now, consider the context. In today's dating landscape, where physical boundaries are more defined than ever, her touch carries even greater weight. It's not just a signal of interest, it's a bold move. She's stepping out of the safe zone, putting herself in a vulnerable position, and hoping you'll meet her halfway. If you fail to recognize this, you're not just missing an opportunity, you're rejecting her effort. And women don't take rejection lightly. Let's go deeper into why touch is so powerful. It's not just about chemistry or hormones. Touch taps into something primal, something that predates language itself. Before we spoke, we touched. It's the oldest form of communication, and it's the most honest. You can fake words, but you can't fake touch. When a woman touches you, she's showing you how she feels in a way that words can't capture. She's letting her guard down, even if only for a moment, to let you in. Your job as a man is to honor that moment, Recognize it for what it is, a signal, a gift, a step forward. Don't dismiss it, and don't overthink it. Be present. Feel the energy of her touch, the way it lingers even after she pulls away. That energy is where connection begins. It's where relationships are built, not through grand gestures or dramatic confessions, but through the quiet, subtle language of touch. Think about the last time a woman touched you. Did you notice? Did you respond? Or did you let the moment pass, caught up in your own thoughts or insecurities? Most men would never admit it. They let these moments slip away every day. You don't have to be that man. You can choose to see what others don't, to feel what others ignore. This isn't just about women, it's about how you move through the world, how you connect with the people around you. Touch isn't just a sign of attraction, it's a test of awareness. Are you present enough to notice the smallest gestures? Are you confident enough to respond without hesitation? These are the questions her touch is asking, and your answers will determine whether she opens up further or pulls back. Women respect men who are attuned to the subtleties of connection. They respect men who notice, who understand, who respond. When you master the art of recognizing and responding to her touch, you're not just improving your relationships, you're transforming them. You're showing her that you're not like other men, that you see her for who she is, that you value her effort to connect. And in doing so, you're creating a bond that goes beyond words. A bond that's rooted in trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Her touch is a doorway. Walk through it with confidence, with presence, and with the understanding that you're being given something rare and valuable. Don't let that moment pass unnoticed. Don't let her effort go unacknowledged. Be the man who sees, who feels, who connects. That's what sets you apart. That's what makes you unforgettable. Number 3. The unspoken compliment. Not all admiration comes wrapped in words. Sometimes the most profound respect, the deepest attraction, and the strongest interest come quietly, without a sound. A woman who's truly captivated by you won't always speak her mind directly. Instead, she'll show it through her actions, her energy, and the way she responds to you. This is the unspoken compliment, and it's one of the most powerful signals you'll ever receive, if you know how to recognize it. Women are masters of subtlety. They don't always announce their admiration, but if you're paying attention, you'll notice it in the way she lights up when you're around. It's in the way she listens intently when you speak, her body leaning slightly forward, fully engaged. It's in the way she remembers the smallest details about you, details even you might have forgotten. A woman who silently celebrates you is making her interest known without exposing herself. Why? Because she's testing you. She's seeing if you're perceptive enough to notice what most men overlook. This isn't just a gesture, it's a challenge. Women respect men who are attuned to the world around them. If you can't pick up on her silent signals, she won't feel safe trusting you with her louder emotions. But when you recognize the unspoken compliment for what it is, you show her that you're not like other men. You see beyond the obvious. You understand the language of subtlety, and that sets you apart. Imagine this. You achieve something, maybe a small win, something you didn't even think was a big deal, and she reacts as though it's a monumental achievement. She doesn't just say, "Good job." She looks at you with genuine pride, a smile that says, "I see your effort and I respect it." She might even bring it up in front of others, not to boast, but because she wants them to see the value she already sees in you. This isn't flattery. This is her way of showing you that she notices your strengths, your growth, your potential. In today's world, where shallow praise is thrown around like confetti, a genuine unspoken compliment is rare. It's not just about admiration, it's about connection. A woman who values you enough to quietly celebrate your achievements is showing you something deeper than attraction. She's showing you respect. And respect is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. But here's where most men falter. They overlook these moments. They're so focused on hearing direct validation that they miss the subtle ways women communicate. They miss the way her eyes light up when you succeed, the way she subtly defends you in conversations, the way she invests her time and energy into supporting your goals. These are the unspoken compliments that matter most. And if you don't notice them, you risk losing the connection entirely. Think about it. When a woman admires you silently, she's putting herself in a vulnerable position. She's showing her interest without demanding anything in return. She's saying, "I believe in you," without making it obvious. This is her way of gauging your awareness, your gratitude, and your ability to lead. A man who recognizes this doesn't just gain her attention, he earns her respect. But recognition alone isn't enough. How you respond to the unspoken compliment matters. When she quietly supports you, don't take it for granted. Acknowledge her effort, not with grand gestures, but with genuine gratitude. Let her know you see her support, her admiration, her subtle encouragement. This doesn't mean overloading her with praise or putting her on a pedestal. It means showing her that you value her actions, that you don't overlook the things she does to uplift you. Imagine you're having a tough day, and she notices without you saying a word. She doesn't bombard you with questions or try to fix the problem. Instead, she offers a small gesture of support, a comforting touch, a thoughtful word, or even just her presence. This is the unspoken compliment in its purest form. She's not seeking attention or validation. She's showing you that she's tuned into your needs, that she's on your side. This kind of connection is rare, and it's something most men will never experience, because they don't know how to see it. The unspoken compliment isn't just about what she does for you. It's also about what she doesn't do. She doesn't compete with you or try to overshadow your accomplishments. She doesn't belittle your efforts or make you feel small. Instead, she creates space for your growth. She celebrates your wins without making them about herself. This kind of admiration is quiet, selfless, and incredibly powerful. The unspoken compliment is also a mirror. It reflects how she sees you, but it also reflects how you see yourself. If you're not confident in your worth, you'll struggle to recognize her subtle admiration. You'll dismiss her actions as insignificant or fail to understand their meaning. But when you know your value, when you truly believe in your own potential, you'll see her silent support for what it is, a sign of genuine respect and attraction. So, how do you cultivate this awareness? Start by paying attention to the small things. Notice the way she reacts when you speak, the way she invests her time and energy into understanding you, the way she shows up for you without expecting anything in return. These aren't random acts. They're deliberate, intentional, and deeply meaningful. And when you respond with equal intentionality, you create a dynamic of mutual respect and admiration that few men ever achieve. Remember, the unspoken compliment isn't just about her, it's about you. It's about your ability to recognize value, to appreciate effort, and to lead with gratitude. A woman who silently celebrates you is offering you something rare and precious. Don't squander it. Don't overlook it. Be the kind of man who sees, who understands, who values. The truth is, most men will never understand the power of the unspoken compliment. They'll spend their lives chasing loud validation, missing the quiet admiration that truly matters. But you're not most men. You're here because you're ready to see what others can't, to understand what others won't. You're here because you know that real connection isn't about words. It's about actions, intentions, and the silent language of respect. This is your opportunity to rise above the noise, to become the kind of man who inspires admiration without demanding it, who recognizes value without needing it spelled out. The unspoken compliment is your signal. Pay attention to it, respond to it, and use it to build relationships that are grounded in mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Because at the end of the day, that's what truly sets you apart. The biggest mistake men make is looking for fireworks when it comes to attraction. Real connection isn't loud. It's quiet, subtle, and often hidden in plain sight. But you're not like most men. You're learning to see what others miss. The lingering glance, the subtle touch, the unspoken compliment. They're not just signs of interest. They're her way of saying, "I see you, and I want you to see me too." But this knowledge is only powerful if you use it. Pay attention, be present, and recognize the signals when they come your way. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding, connecting, and building relationships that matter. Drop a comment below and say, "I see the unseen," if you're ready to apply what you've learned. And don't forget, your support matters. When you subscribe, you're not just helping this channel, you're helping make this content accessible to more men who need it. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear these truths. If you've ever felt unsure about reading the signals, now is your chance to change that. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Don't let this knowledge go to waste. See you in the next video.